Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm gonna make a film talking about folks where something is never good enough for them and they're never happy with it. But first off, I am not calling anyone out. I am not saying that it's wrong to not like something or not be happy with, to seek wrong with something or to escape something. But I am talking about those out there who they don't like anything about anything. No need what it is or what it is, they'll never be happy with it. And yes, I guess I do have to talk about some WWE followers because they tend to fall into this. So, as you know, WWE has seek to get back to being edgy. How edgy? I don't know. But not as edgy as they were years ago, but somewhere in between. So on Raw or on Underdone, you have the Underground, which is shoot fighting, known to martial arts or mixed martial arts, but those are French borrowed words. So the English word is shoot fighting. And yes, a lot of folks who go and fight in Underground happen to have either a shoot fighting background of some kind or a beginner wrestler. That's the only way it would work. Someone who didn't have the background or the skill in any kind of fighting would not be in it. And it's not as you think it is before. So, alright, yes, I know some folk, and now there are going to be folks out there bitching about how, oh, that wasn't good enough. That's not what they wanted. You know. Yeah, that's not, oh, yeah, that's not good enough. That's not what I wanted. Fuck. I'm still not happy. It's still not good enough for me. Why is that? You know? Why would it be still not good enough for you? Because it's not good enough because it's still PG. Yeah, that's what they're going to bitch about. You see, even though WWE has kind of met them halfway with the Raw Underground or the Underdone Underground, even though you got a team called, I don't know, some team going around calling themselves Retribution. That's a French borrowed word. The English word would be even. Some team going around. Only on Raw and SmackDown, not on NXT yet. Um, Beating up on wrestlers and staff and everyone they can get their hands on. Yeah, a throwback to the NWO. Yes, you could say a offshoot of the Ace and Aids if you want to. Hell, he's in Nexus when it first started. But at the end of the day, there's still going to be folks out there bitching, whining and nagging that that's not good enough. That it's not good enough. That's not what they wanted. They'll be like this. Oh, that's still not good enough. It's still not what I wanted. It's just another sad offshoot of the NWO. Or another sad offshoot of the Nexus. Or another sad offshoot. It's just a knockoff of the Ace and Aids without the two-wheelers. Yeah, so why is it not good enough for you? Them beating up on wrestlers and WE staff. Them writing shit on stuff. Them breaking shit. But it's not good enough for you? No, because it's still PG. You see, these fuckers, and forgive me, God and Jesus, for saying this, these folks, it's not going to be good enough to them until it's no longer PG. Until it's no longer bearer, oversight, or whatever you want to call it. Or bear oversight. Or bearer shielding or bearer oversight until it shifts. And even then, if they shift from being PG to PG-13 or whatever or whatever bearer oversight, third between, they still won't be happy. You know, they've gotten it, or for between, because in their mind they've gotten it into believing that the 1997 YL until 2009 YL was greater than it truly was. They had their belief and thought of what it was. But at the end of the day, it was kind of like that. You know, you had a strong opening, you had your fights, then you had some strong closing or whatever you had. But at the end of the day, that's what it was. And I know in their mind they don't want to believe that, but they won't be happy until it goes from being bearer oversight to something like bearer oversight for between. But even then they won't be happy with it. Because these folks are never happy. It's never good enough for them. So they're going to bullshit you, and they're going to bullshit WWG into believing that they'll be happy if they shift it. But they have never been happy with anything WWE has done. It has never been good enough for them. You know, all they've done was bitch, whine, and nag for years. You know. And the grounds to why the underground or retribution, or what you call uprising, or even, since retribution is a French borrowed word, the English word will be even. Even though those two things are going on, and even though you got Roman Reigns is now bad now, a heel, a creep, a cunt, it's not going to be good enough for them. They're still not going to be happy with it, because it's still going to be bearer oversight with, you know, F for fighting. So you're never going to be happy with it till they shift it from being bearer oversight F for fighting to bearer oversight for between, or what? Something that, like, I don't know, A for what? GP for grown-ups or something? But I know you folks, or some of you folks out there, it's never going to be good enough for you. You will always bitch, whine, and nag about it. So don't lie. You're not going to be happy with it, or glad or glee with it. It won't be good enough for you, even if WWE one day goes full back to the way they were. You wouldn't be happy with it, because even back then you weren't happy with it. Now, if someone doesn't like WWE and doesn't like any of their shows and what they do, that's good for them. That's their own business. But then you got these folks where it's never good enough for them and they're never happy with it. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you like this film.